Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Carnivores Plus for another week on Morrison's Maze, and hopefully this time we are going to go to the areas we have not seen and not really been to before, which are all basically in the northern half of the map. I mean, we've been trying to get our way up there for a while now, but I don't think we've had too much luck in it. And just so we can... Oh. Or should care... Well, you know what? I don't think we really need those. So maybe we'll just do something simple. Take the sniper rifle out, try it out a bit. Shotgun, I guess, just in case we need. Well, that's a... Oh, just 3 points shy of having the Allosaurus on a hunt, too. Okay, well, we're going to go back to Morrison's Maze. We're going to try to find the last bit of kind of like Easter eggs and secrets on the map we can. After that, I think we'll actually be able to look at going down to the Pyramids of Haugen. Look like they're still in work in progress, so we're going to skip that one. So we'll maybe work up towards getting Gulf of Katura. Or wow, we really only have the T-Rex and the Seismosaurus. We've been pretty steadily through the mod this time around, but... So I'm guessing maybe what we'll do is try to go back to these guys maybe next week. Try to get some more high points and then maybe go after Tyrannosaur, so... That eye shot is going to be very hard to get, though. Everything looks good, though, so let's hop in for Morrison's Maze for the Northern Heights. Okay, so here we are. You want to go to the north of the map, it spawns you at the very south of the map. Okay, well, we're going to be in for a hike. So that's a shotgun. There's the sniper rifle. I think that's going to make hunting a lot easier, and points just really steadily roll in using that. But our objective is going to be to get up to the north area, because basically, if you kind of look... it's kind of hard to point out, and I don't really have a cursor I can use, unfortunately, for you guys, but you can see sort of like the dark green in the top northeast there, and how it kind of flows around and comes back up in a way, and then that entire area on the northwest we haven't even seen either, so we've got quite a few things to get our way up to and explore, so that's our main objective. Dinosaurs are going to be, if we come across them, neat, we'll try taking them out, but our biggest focus is just going to be trying to see the last... Well, maybe the last bits of the map. I have a feeling there's still a lot more out there that we can stumble upon and see, but big focus, I think, is the northwest right now. So we'll make our way up there. And the series is going pretty good so far, and it's pretty steady. I think we're into episode... We gotta be nearing 20 by now. I think this might be 18 or 19, but I don't think we're going to have as much... it's going to quite be as long as Carnivores... Mandibles was. I think it's going to be close to Triassic for how long the sort of span of the series will go. Because Mandibles was up to 38 episodes. I definitely don't see Carnivores Plus lasting that much longer. But I think we'll probably be maybe around 22 to 23-ish episodes for Carnivores Plus. I mean, all we really have is a couple more maps to unlock, and the last 2 dinosaurs to hunt, and we've seen everything the mod has to offer. I think one of the reasons why is because the weapon roster is much smaller. It is only the... Okay, that's just an Allosaurus out there? Well, we'll probably have to be dealing with... Oh, little compy hippin' around there. Oh, we're going to have to eventually get up towards it, so at least we got both weapons. So maybe we'll keep the shotgun unless we get kind of more of a distance view to it. Because... The sniper rifle was probably pretty good for distance. Well, would be if I actually landed the shot, but at least that seemed to have sent that Allosaurus off, so... Although, truth be told, he is still just following the river valley, or I guess the old riverbeds, so we're probably going to encounter him again. Hopefully next time we're a little better with the shot. I'll just keep our eyes open for the sides. Now, I don't know if we'll have a lot of Allosaurs or Velociraptors on the map, just because we haven't really picked them on the roster. I think it's more inclined to... If you select a dinosaur from the roster, there might be a greater chance you see it on the map, but not like a super guarantee for every spawn. I'm not sure why that little guy's running, unless he was still running from the first sniper rifle shot, in which they don't move very fast then. But yeah, we're going to try keeping our way along here. Just follow this up as far as it'll go. And see what else we can find. There is probably still some around the Redwood Valley to explore and show off. Okay, just another moss chops. I don't know where the Allosaurus is. I mean, down in the gully like this kind of has us... We don't have the high ground, so we have to be careful with that. Anything has the advantage here, because it can easily start coming down on us faster than we might realize. Well, as long as we keep our eyes and ears open, we should be okay. Yeah, so we'll get our way up there. So that's Carnivores Plus going. I might be a little early to think of what I'll do, like, next series after Carnivores Plus. I was thinking Carnivores 2 Plus, maybe try getting into that, and just kind of seems like a logical step for things. Carnivores Plus was pretty nice, probably go to Carnivores 2 Plus to do that. The other series are still really early on, so there's nothing I can really think of this early on to start looking at replacing or what their, like, follow-ups will be. So those will probably stay good where they are. I know this coming Monday, Carnivores Genesis is going to have a bit of a special project, or a special sort of... I don't want to say premiere, but I guess debut is best way to put it. There's going to be something a little special about Carnivores Genesis that we'll definitely talk about Monday, and there will be 2 episodes actually going up that day. One will be at 1 p.m., the other at 4 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys are kind of used to the channel for how it's... videos go live, be sure to be on the lookout for 2 episodes that day. Oh. Yeah, no idea where the Allosaurus went, but we're actually into a pretty cool area. Sort of like the crossroads of the riverbed. So you got the towering redwoods up there. Nope. Oh, Packy. Actually didn't even recognize it from behind for a moment there. Ooh! Well, that was a good shot. That's, like I say, with the sniper rifle, as long as my hunting skills aren't that terrible, and my marksmanship skills aren't that terrible too, we'll probably really be able to cash in and get a lot of points steadily flowing in the episodes going forward. I think probably the easiest way to get points would just be selecting the first 3 dinosaurs, going to one of the easier maps, like the Woods of Turan Chalks, and just snipe everything you see. Okay, so that's just you snoozing. So this is completely new territory for us, because we haven't been up this far before. We might have kind of been around the crossroad there, but this is definitely going to be old news, so... Oh, speaking of, we got something. Actually not sure what that is the remains of. Oh, is that a Diplodocus, perhaps? Okay, that's just ambient noise, just want to be sure. Yeah, it is a Diplodocus. Looks like something hunted it down. Well, thankfully it doesn't seem like there's anything else around here. I think that'd be something cool if you could sort of figure out in the coding, is almost have, like, programmed dinosaurs spawn around certain spots. Like, if there's a carcass put on the map there, have the spawns around, or areas around it, be more likely for a carnivore to spawn. Just a little bit of immersion for the experience, but... Okay, just the world screeching at me. But there's only so much you can do with an aged engine like the Carnivores one, so it's not too surprising. There's stuff that, as much and as cool as it sounds, you just are a little limited by, so... It's still amazing to see how people have overcome, like, certain things the engine is limited by, and it's just really cool to see what you guys are, what developers, modders, programmers, etc. are able to come up with, even for aged things like Carnivores. Okay, but we're basically up towards the very north end of the map here. This looks like just kind of like the last real pool of water. I don't know how we're going to get into there, though. From looks of it, I almost think like we'd have to go along the entire cliff face there. Because it reminds me sort of like a Gates of Dawn situation. Ooh. Kind of nice to see the Morphodon and the, what was that, Pterodactylus? Yeah, those two just flying overhead like that. It kind of reminds me of the Gates of Dawn situation where there's going to be that one little narrow area you can probably squeeze through properly to explore. But everywhere else is just going to be these really high, kind of like cliff faces and that, which you'd really have to try scaling. So, I think what we're going to do instead is work our way to the east and into the Redwood Forest. quite a bit of ambience, but I almost thought I heard footsteps of something nearby, too. Oh, I do. It doesn't sound big, though. It might just be like a Gallimimus or something. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I just want to do a quick... Oh, okay. Something went wrong with the texture looking that way from here. I have to be a little careful I don't break the game by accident, but... So we're up on this little raised area here. Yeah, you can just kind of see there's a weird sort of happening in the distance there. I'm not sure if maybe it's because this might be a little higher up than they actually sort of generally render, or like generate the maps at. I mean, I'm hearing noise, but I don't think it's actually like a huntable animal. I think that's just sort of the ambience playing. Yeah, pretty lively up here, but then I probably expected, given this is sort of like a redwood forest and that, and it's really lush. I just gotta try watching to see if anything interesting starts moving in the distance. Yeah, that's where we just were, so it's kind of neat to be able to look back to... Oh. Nah, that'd be a bit of overkill to go after one of them with a shot. Well, with any weapon, really. No, moss chops just walking on by. Oh, it's Compy somewhere around us, too. That little squeak is definitely the hipper hopper. Oh, right there's the Compy. Is that a... I almost want to say kookaburra, because the kookaburra bird from Australia well, I think Australia. It's more like... I'm trying to remember what the area is kind of called. Australia Oceanic area? Like, I'm not sure the entire range of the kookaburra, but I remember the calls are kind of similar to that. It's almost like a laughing in a way. Really interesting bird if you ever get the chance to hear the call, but... Well, that's what I thought it was for a moment there, just hearing that ambient play. Okay, well, you know what? Maybe we're going to get up on top of this little cliff. Well, I shouldn't say cliff, but this hill here. If we can, we should be able to Skyrim our way up. There we go. Yeah, we'll get up here, take a little look around, see what we're dealing with. Yeah, northwest, I wanted to get there first, but it looks like because I followed the river up, we would have to make quite the detour in order to get to where I think the access area is. Or at least sort of the little gateway between the ridges. So we'll at least be able to spend some more time up in the redwood forest, because this is an area where I think we only saw, like, once or twice, because the map started us... just actually a little bit to the east-south... Oh! Speaking of, we got a huntable in here. So we at least know we're not just kind of roaming around with nothing about. We're going to be able to try getting a few more points with that packy. Yeah, see, that reminds me so much of a kookaburra call. I don't think it actually is, but you never know. So I know the packy was running over this way somewhere, so we might just need to crouch down and approach slowly. Oh, speaking of... Okay, so it was just kind of rotating up on the hill there, so we might actually see it come back. Actually, maybe... You know what? I'm going to try calling it back in. There we go. God, it is so fast with the sniper rifle. Well, there's another dino taken down, and points for our collection. I don't see anything else coming up on the binoculars looking through the forest, though, so that's okay. We might actually get an advantage if we actually hunt up on these cliffs here, because then we can get both a view of the redwood forest below, and if we go... Okay, well, maybe a little further than I thought we'd have to go, but we could also see off into... you eventually see off into what's also to the south of the area as well, like where that initial campsite sort of is. Like, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Oh, speaking of... Shoot. Okay, well, we got a stegosaur down there. We didn't actually land a shot, unfortunately, but we can always try and catch up to it. Because this is where the high ground really, really gives you a good opportunity to have an advantage for the hunt. In this case, you basically have two different areas you can hunt with, a little buffer between mostly anything that's around you. God, I swear, there's new ambience playing all the time, no matter where I go on the map. And there is a little bit more, I think, to the Redwood Forest that I haven't seen. That's what I was waiting for. Okay, we're going to have to let him sort of figure out a spot where he wants to stop and rest at. There we go. So that is 4 shots, 3 dinos. Pretty good record so far, to be honest. It's much better than anything else I've really been hunting. But that is pretty good. We'll get our way up to the little corner of the Redwood Forest there, and if we see anything else we have the roster, or we can take down that is actually a roster animal, we'll definitely do it. Like, no parasaur, surprisingly, yet. Yeah, that's holding true. I don't see anything else really down there either, so it looks like our cliff running sort of strategy is going to be at its end right here. Thank God there is no fall damage in the game, otherwise it would really suck to lose all that progress right there. Yeah, I'll take the shotgun out, and... See, I think that was just I think it's just ambience, but now I really don't know sometimes when you hear it play. And this is where Carnivores also gets really atmospheric, where you feel you're in the jungle or the forest trying to hunt and also not be seen by anything. Because who knows if there's an allosaur over one of these ridges or behind a tree you just can't see, and it picks up your walking and comes right after you. This is where I think the game feels like a real classic, and is almost timeless because of the thrill you can experience going through somewhere like this. Okay, just Moschos, Morphodon, Gallimimus, Pterodactylus. Yeah, I thought I'd try, just in case we had a parasaur callback, but we'll try the other two and see, just in case. We actually did have a call back from some direction. I'm not entirely sure which way the call came from. Yeah, I think it was actually back behind us, but I just want to go up and sort of see these last little nooks and crannies of the Redwood area. Not go and get ourselves trapped in that little pocket again like I managed the other time I was in this kind of general area. Still don't know how I managed to do that, but of course leave it to me to find a stupid way to do something. Okay, but yeah, everything's... Okay, that's just you. There's the kookaburra bird, or maybe. I don't honestly know. Yeah, pretty quiet so far. Nothing else really making its debut. I do think just if we keep going south, we'll probably find the... We might find one more packy before we end the episode off, so we'll see if we can get lucky. I don't want to be out too long. Oh, yeah. All the way through there. Be a bit of a long shot, but that is exactly what a sniper rifle is meant for. The issue could be the wind as well, but I don't know if packies have that great of a sense of smell. The hardest part is just going to be getting a really nice clear view of it. It's like there are so many trees and things around here that really obstruct your view. I mean, in one way it would be kind of helpful if you're sneaking up on the animal, but for nice, clean sniper shots, you kind of want more of an open view towards your target. Okay, so it's sauce. I don't know if we'll be able to really catch up to it or get a good spot we can sort of see it to try for a sniper shot with. We've been lucky that we haven't seen any well, we saw the one Allosaurus, but we kind of scared it off with a sniper shot, so I'm glad that it didn't make a return, but I don't think we're going to be able to get lucky with this Pachycephalosaur. I feel like it's going to be pretty hard to spot it and find it with how dense this area really is. Yeah, nothing coming up in binoculars there. Oh. Okay, it's actually not as far as I thought it would be. There you are. Kind of. There we go. So, the little bit of patience paid off, and we got ourselves another Packy. So let's head on back. Should be a nice chunk of points to be able to claim from all this. Okay, we're back in the menu, from 622 to 669, so that's pretty nice to get. And that does open us up to even more possibilities to hunt. We can even go in Morrison's Maze again next week and try getting some more. But for now, we will end the episode off here. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of Carnivores Plus. If you do like the series, be sure to give it a like, and any comments, tips, tricks, or feedback you have, be sure to leave them right down below. I try to respond to your guys' feedback as soon as I can. Questions, what have you, I try to answer them if possible. Until I catch you all next episode, though, survivors, just remember as always to take care and stay alive.